Hello everybody, my name is Tom Coyle. I'm the founder of Adventures in Leadership. I want to talk to you today about an awesome experience I had at an Arbinger workshop, and I want to apply it to a lesson we typically don't apply Arbinger principles to: politics. I've always been a big fan of Arbinger because it expresses a philosophy I've long believed, that solving problems is within us. Now, their context is primarily in aspects of business and in your family. By the way, Arbinger Institute, this is the author of this book, Leadership and Self-Deception. If you want to learn more about them, I highly recommend you check them out. Now, I don't want to get into the whole aspect of Arbinger, but here's a few key points. Arbinger talks about the outward mindset versus the inward mindset. What does that mean? It means an outward thinking person and organization is not thinking about itself, but about others. As a person, you're thinking about not just you, but the mission, your boss, the company's goals, the people underneath you, and the people around you. And you're looking at, how do I make everyone's life better? The inward thinking individual or organization puts either itself, the organization, first, or the person first. An inward person thinks about, how do I benefit the most? And they attack people. People are objects to be used to accomplish a goal in an inward thinking mindset. And Arbinger's belief is that an outward thinking organization or individual will always outperform an inward thinking organization or individual, assuming talent factors are equal. Now, how the discussion got rather contentious, we got the topic of politics. The facilitator challenged us to think of an instance or organization or field in which an inward mindset was advantageous. And someone suggested politics. They talked about the 2016 election, making references to the current president about how he was very combative, he's attacking others, basically the exact opposite of what Arbinger teaches. But yet he won. He was rewarded with victory. And the discussion, it kind of looked at the end of it all, said, yeah, politics is just a different animal. I tried to voice some disagreement, but obviously we didn't want to go too far down that rabbit hole. It would have been off topic. But here's why I believe the Arbinger principles of outward thinking do apply to politics. Now, one of the reasons I'm always attracted to Arbinger is because one thing I've always believed is we have the ability to solve any problem. It is within us to solve these. I'll give you an example. When I was a young Army officer, my battery commander used to always say, when talking about radios, if everyone took the attitude that everything is my fault, we'd be in a far better place in solving problems. If everyone took the attitude of, we can't talk on the radios because we're having a commo issue, instead of just saying, oh, that's the other unit, they're all jacked up. If we took the attitude that maybe there's something on my end I can do better, we'd be far better off. And that's essentially what Arbinger's all about. And I believe that for politics. So let me give you an example. Why are politicians combative? Why is the media combative? Because it is giving us what we want. We keep saying, as the body politic, we want politicians who are not divisive. We want people who reach across the aisle. But we vote against those very candidates. Think about this. Chris Christie, during the 2012 election season, thanked Obama for aid given to New Jersey during Hurricane Sandy. Chris Christie being the Republican governor. He got mercilessly attacked because he thanked Obama for hurricane aid. Again, this isn't the politicians. This is us. Governor Crisp down in Florida, the former governor down there, he hugged Obama during a visit that Obama made early in his presidency. And he was attacked mercilessly. Not by politicians, by us. And now you're looking at things, people want to blame social media for our problems. Like, oh, social media, there's no discourse. But again, social media is what we make it. If social media was simply about people putting cat and dog pictures up, that's what social media would be. But we choose it to be a vehicle of politics. And we choose behind the keyboard to be inward. We attack people because they think different. We defriend people because they have different opinions. And then we complain that our politicians don't want to talk to each other. The politicians are a reflection of us. Look at the incumbency rate of politicians. We keep voting them in. There was a survey I saw in the 1980s. It said 85% of the people believe Congress is the reason why we have so many problems in this country. But of those same 85%, 90% believed it was somebody else's congressman. In other words, they like the guy that they voted for, or the gal they voted for. They're getting what they want. And that is the problem. We, the body politic, have decided not to consider somebody else's point of view. We don't consider people's points of view. We dismiss, we call them names. You're a snowflake, you're a racist, you're whatever, simply because you have a different idea. So, where does this leave us? Well, the good news is we have the power to change this. Because when we start seeing all of us as people with our own concerns, our own fears that are equally as valid as your own fears and concerns, then we start to see us as people, not just Democrats or Republicans or liberals and conservatives. We see each other as people, each with their own valid concerns and reasons and logic for voting the way they do. And once we become civil in how we talk to each other, the media and the politicians will reflect that.